Digestion process in pigeons. Camera, the digestive system of pigeons. After indulging in a hearty meal either at home or a restaurant, there's nothing quite like relaxing on the couch. What better way to savor a full stomach than to sit back and do nothing, perhaps even take a nap? However, I remember my mother always cautioning me, it's not wise to engage in physical activity immediately after eating. While she may not have had nutritional expertise, there are certain things we learn through experience. First and foremost, the food in our stomach needs to undergo the process of digestion. As a result, the blood supply around the stomach and intestines becomes more concentrated to absorb the nutrients. This causes a reduction in the amount of blood available to the rest of the body. Engaging in sports or any physical activity immediately after a meal means less oxygen is accessible to the body, leading to the rapid buildup of lactic acid. Ideally, one should wait for 2 to 3 hours after eating before performing at their peak. This is also applicable to pigeons. Pigeons have a crop, where the initial digestion process takes place. When large grains enter the gizzard, stomach, they are ground up. The duration of this process depends on the type of food pigeons consume. For instance, peas, beans, and corn require more time compared to rice or sorghum. Grit. To aid in the grinding of grains, the gizzard utilizes grit, which consists of small sharp stones. It is crucial to have a small container of grit readily available in the loft for pigeons to use as needed. When the stones become worn down and rounded, they are eliminated through the droppings. While we often associate grit solely with grinding grains, it also contains calcium. The highly acidic stomach juices swiftly make this calcium available, although only a portion of it can be absorbed. Additionally, grit may contain heavy metals, which is an unfavorable situation. Grit mixes that contain a significant amount of red stones are of little benefit since pigeons cannot utilize them effectively. Oyster shells, on the other hand, offer more absorbable calcium and are therefore my preferred choice. Following the predigestion process, the food proceeds to the small intestine. Along with the food, various other substances end up in the intestine, including molds and toxins. Pigeons may encounter these substances from external sources or through the feed they consume. Sometimes, antibiotics not only eliminate harmful bacteria but also beneficial fermenting bacteria in the intestines. Ondersteport, a company I am familiar with, conducts extensive research on diseases and other issues concerning sporting animals. The veterinarians there strive to find causes and solutions for these diseases and problems in the most natural and effective manner possible. They have discovered that a poorly functioning intestinal tract is one of the leading causes of numerous diseases and abnormalities. Traditional medical approaches often overlook the underlying cause and solely focus on treating the disease itself. The cause frequently remains unaddressed. Allow me to simplify and provide an example of their theories. In the small intestine, the body digests the essential nutrients it requires. These nutrients are substances that the animal cannot produce on its own, such as certain amino acids, fatty acids, and minerals. In a well-functioning digestion process, the liver receives these products from the small intestine through the bloodstream. The liver performs vital functions, including bile production, synthesis of blood proteins, and detoxification of harmful substances in the body. The kidneys act as purifiers, redirecting filtered particles back into the bloodstream and eliminating waste products. Heart and muscles. The heart, serving as a powerful pump, circulates blood to all parts of the body. The muscles obtain their necessary nutrients and oxygen from the blood supply. Camera, pigeon body cavity. The large intestine absorbs moisture, giving the droppings their characteristic form and appearance. The nutrients absorbed through the intestinal wall of the large intestine mainly consist of substances that the body can produce itself. The intestinal wall transfers these nutrients to the bloodstream, which directly carries them to the heart, facilitating their delivery to the muscles. When a portion of the beneficial intestinal bacteria is killed due to antibiotics or the presence of toxic substances, the remaining bacteria lose their efficiency. Consequently, the necessary products are no longer digested in the small intestine but rather in the large intestine. This can also occur when the animal experiences excessive stress, such as young birds during challenging periods. Stress triggers the production of adrenaline, which harms the intestinal flora. Moreover, toxic substances pass through the intestinal wall of the large intestine without purification, directly entering the bloodstream and reaching the muscles. Toxins and other harmful products in the muscles lead to fatigue, stiffness, and a decline in performance. These impurities also reach the liver through the bloodstream without proper purification by the small intestine. Consequently, the liver becomes overloaded, affecting the kidneys as well. If this condition persists, problems and diseases eventually manifest. Allergic reactions, skin and hair issues in both humans and animals can arise due to the presence of unpurified substances in the bloodstream that were previously digested in the small intestine. These substances attempt to exit through the skin but are unable to do so. By reactivating the small intestine's functions, the liver can once again purify these toxins, alleviating allergies, itching, and inflammation. It may seem peculiar, but we are considering the entire body, a holistic approach. This is akin to the practices of Chinese healers who have been utilizing ancient wisdom for thousands of years. Whether you agree or not, the choice is yours. Small intestine. Maintaining the efficient functioning of the small intestinal bacteria is vital. Lactic acid producing bacteria of various types are found predominantly in the initial section of the small intestine. We can support the digestion process in the small intestine through various methods. Incorporating soft cheese curds, yogurt, and buttermilk has shown some effectiveness in promoting beneficial bacteria. However, stomach acids and secretions in the small intestine, such as bile salts and pancreatic enzymes, hinder the survival of many of these lactobacilli, causing them to perish prematurely. Ready-made probiotic preparations are also available in the market. Probiotics are composed of microbial cells that have a positive impact on the host's health and well-being. Lactobacillus, Streptococcus, Pound acidophilus, and Bifidobacterium are examples of beneficial bacteria. By ensuring high quality and employing good raw materials, the use of these probiotics can contribute positively to maintaining a healthy and efficient intestinal tract. While there are scientists who hold differing views and are critical of their use, I personally believe that incorporating probiotics can make a difference in promoting the health of our pigeons. Overburdening the liver. Although probiotics can have a beneficial effect, we must avoid continually burdening the liver with antibiotics, mycotoxins, aflatoxins, chemical products, toxic herb mixtures, excessive legume consumption during the racing season, overdosing on vitamins and amino acids, and so on. There needs to be a limit. Back on our feet. Undoubtedly, there is a fair amount of experimentation among pigeon enthusiasts in search of improved performance. Health remains of utmost importance. If our organs can resume their intended functions without the constant task of cleaning up toxins, we can restore health and resilience. In such a state, our birds will once again shine brightly, just as they did in the past. By now, I believe that the readers of my articles have grasped this concept. The proper functioning of organs and the digestion of essential nutrients rely on easily assimilated amino acids in the correct proportion, adequate amounts of the right fatty acids, lecithin, high-quality minerals, carbohydrates, and a healthy and efficient intestinal tract. Each component plays a role in the overall functioning of the body. When all the pieces are in place, the puzzle is complete. It is then that we regain our strength and stand tall. At this point, we no longer require doping, tricks, or gimmicks to achieve impressive race results. All we need are exceptional pigeons, motivated and in excellent health. There are many reasons to buy my racing pigeon method. Here are some of the best reasons. You will get excellent results. It's a very simple system to use. It's affordable. I have had over 400 first prize winners. It's adaptable to any situation. You can use it with any racing method, natural, widowhood, young birds. It's a very effective method. There is no need to spend a lot of money on fancy pigeon products. It's a reliable system and it is foolproof to use. Professional athletes, race horses, take the same products. There is science behind this, not just hearsay. It is all to do with red blood cells and oxygen in the blood. Without that, a pigeon will not race well, or an athlete will not win a race. If he has low oxygen in his blood, the above is fact and is 100% science. There are a few things you can do to improve your chances of winning at racing pigeons. One of the most important things is to learn as much as you can about the sport. You'll need to know the different types of pigeons, how to train them, and how to race them. Another key factor is practice. You'll need to be able to fly your pigeons competently in order to win races. And, of course, you'll need to have the funds to invest in racing pigeons and other racing equipment.